Hey, what's cracking? How are you doing today? Hope this video finds you doing well. I hope that you, my friend, have everything going your way. It's a beautiful day outside. It's up around 100 degrees, so I had to come inside today and do it in this air conditioner. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. I want to thank you for clicking on the video. If you've never watched one before, my name is Ricky Dye, and I went to prison when I was 15 years old in the state of Oklahoma for murder. Me and some little kids decided we was going to run away from home, from having problems with arguing with our parents, not wanting to mind, and decided we gonna run away from home. And while we were robbing a store for money, man lost his life. The state of Oklahoma, there's no such thing as accessory to murder. If you were involved in a felony and someone loses their life, you're guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. Of course, at 15, I didn't understand that. No one was supposed to lose their life to begin with, but that really didn't matter. A man did. And I'm not trying to get anybody to feel sorry for me. I take full responsibility for everything I did. I should have never been there. That man should have never lost his life. I take full responsibility for that. So I don't expect anybody to feel sorry for me. The reason I make these videos is in hopes of saving some other kid from doing what I did. So you'll enjoy my videos best if you'll start them at the beginning, because that's where I started when I was 15, and what led to me being in a situation I was in that led to me being in a place where a man lost his life. And then what it was like to be certified and how that works, that they certify you and send you to prison with men. And then I go prison to prison as it happened, explaining what happened to me and the things that went on at those places. And that's what I'm going to do today, is jump right back into my story. Those first 5 videos, I would like to say shortly, the first 5 videos are messed up. They have messed up sound. I didn't have good equipment when I started. I have help from the subscribers. I got the phone from a subscriber. I got the mics from someone that helped me. So in the beginning, I didn't have good sound, and those first 5 videos suffer because of it. But later on, a subscriber fixed those for me. So if you'll look on through those videos, they're out of order, but you can find those first 5, and in parentheses, it'll say fixed sound. Now I want to get on with the video. If you've been watching them, you know right now I'm at Holdenville. And so my beer deal's blown up on me, and my stores are all, I got this one little store left on my unit. Football's over. Can't run no more football tickets. I got tore out of the frame. So I've been pressuring Shelly to bring me some, and she brings me that cocaine, and then the Mexican guys beat that kid up, so I wouldn't do nothing for him anymore. Over that right there. I told him up front that them other guys put that kid up to that shit. And then they're going to make an example. We're going to use that kid to make an example. And then hurt him really bad. So I never seen him get anything before until I helped him. And I never helped him and never seen him get anything again because he did that. Even though the guy owed money, he shouldn't have done that. Still, I didn't feel it was right that he hurt him that way, and I just didn't want to be a part of that. And whenever I brought that cocaine in for him, everybody that you think is your friends, they're all the ones that are doing it. All they're scheming on is a way to get high, and they'll use their friendship to get high. So I just really didn't want to be involved in the hard drugs, because I'll tell you, you could sell weed. People want you to keep getting weed. They won't try to fight you and try to rob you usually over some weed, unless they figure they'll never see you again, you're really weak. But in my situation, people wanted me to get some more so that they could keep getting it. So you don't have to really worry about no one trying to take something from you when you're selling weed, or I didn't feel if I needed to. But if I start messing with hard dope, you never know what can happen. And I'll tell you that not being in the Brotherhood, something that I was always worried about, especially close to getting up out of the penitentiary, is this. I never joined the Brotherhood, but I had a lot of friends who were in it that would ride with me if I got in some shit. But say this other brother shows up on the yard, much younger than me, hadn't done no time, doesn't like me and him get into it, they all got to help him against me, even though they're my friends and don't even know this fucking dude, because they're patched out. Brothers before others, and they accept no losses. And I'm not going to accept no loss. So that's not going to be good. And I was always afraid that could happen. So I try not to ever get into it with those guys, because, man, the number game, you can't beat the number game. There are so many brothers in the system. And it would have been the easy way for me to just join up. That would have been the easy thing for me to do. But I didn't. I wrote it out on my own, man. That's what my mama told me to do. So she told me to count on myself and the rest would be gravy. And she didn't never tell me no lie. So I've been pressuring Shelly, trying to get her to bring me some weed. First, I didn't really have nowhere to get no weed. But then Big Kenny hooked me up with someone. Got me some weed. So has Shelly sneaked this weed up here for me. Got it set up. Got a way to get it in. But Shelly don't like bringing it up there to the visitor room. And I don't blame her. She takes cancer on losing her kids by doing that. And I never should have asked her to do it. But Shelly didn't just do it for me. Shelly did it because she's greedy. Shelly wanted money. And Shelly would tell me up front that she wanted money. And if she didn't get no money, she wasn't doing the shit. So I have to give her $200 every weekend if she bring me some weed. And she done brought me some weed. So I'm on the way down. That day happened to be a Tuesday. We got gym on Tuesday and Thursdays. We happened to get the gym that evening. And so I'm going down to the gym and sell some of this weed. I got a guy down there I'm going to meet and sell some of this weed. And I fuck with all the white dudes and the black dudes. I fuck with everybody. And so that put me in a unique position because the black guys had just killed a white UAB. And so there's a lot of tension between the whites and blacks while I'm at Holdenville. A lot of tension. They don't really do no business, but they'll say, you know, if the white guys want something from the blacks, they'll ask me to go hit them up. Hey, Ricky Dye, go holler at them and get it. I'm kind of the middleman between them because I get along with both sides. So I get along with the blacks. I get along with the whites. I'm not racist. I just can't. It's not how my grandma raised me, man. My grandma raised me, we're all children of God and we're the same, and that's just how I see it. So you can't help what color your eyes are, what color your skin is. You can help how you fucking treat me. You can help if you keep your word. If you look me in the fucking eye and give me your word, you can keep that. You know, you can do that. But anyway, I'm walking down the gym and I got this weed I'm going to make me a sell. And I got this pair of fucking Guess jeans. This dude, somehow he got them through property, man. When he come in from a minimum, he had a pair of Guess jeans and he managed to get through property with them. He just got lucky. There was no one on the yard, had no Guess jeans. Everyone only has prison blues. You know, unless you happen to have a pair of jeans that were godfathered in, which means you've had them since way back, and then they won't take them away from you. So once those jeans got on the yard, they were good. And I bought those jeans. I paid $40 for those jeans. And I was wearing them, and they fit me pretty good. I had just come from visit, and I wore them down there to see my girl, and they fit me pretty snugly. And I'm walking through the gym, and there's this group. There's 4 black guys sitting over here, and they don't live on our unit. They're from C unit, but they work in the gym. And we're all coming up in the gym. It's our day. So our whole day room is headed up in there. All the blacks, whites, everybody that lives in my day room wanted to go play ball. And that's what I was doing. I was going to play ball and sell some weed. And I'm on the way down to the other end of the court. I walk in the doors, and you got this big gymnasium. And you got over on your right, you know, along that wall, you got some bleachers. People run and sit up there, and they play cards up in the bleachers or talk or whatever. And then one day it'll be basketball, full court. And then sometimes it'll be half court basketball. Half court, they'll have some badminton shit go on sometimes on the court, and they got a ping pong table. But these guys work in the gym, so they just ganged up over against the wall. I'm walking down to the other end of the court, and they start laughing. And something just told me they were laughing, something to do with me. And I was high. I just got back and got high, and they called us to gym. And I'm looking over there. I look around, and he said, yeah, he's talking about you. And I said, what's that? What'd he say? He say, you look like a bitch from behind. And I was like, I was high for a second. I couldn't believe he even fucking said that to me. I had real long hair that went down past the middle of my back. I had those Guess jeans on. I had my shirt tucked in, a belt. So I looked like a bitch from behind. I said, is that right? He said, yeah. He said, you was shit, man. You do what you want me to say. He didn't back off of it. So instead of going, there was white guys down there too, and a couple white guys were close by and heard it, UABs, and they were I'm like, no, I don't want y'all getting involved in this. There's just been riot over racial shit. Not going to get no white people involved. I said, I'm going to go over here and get my partner, these black guys over here, my partners. So I went over and got them black guys I was going to play basketball with, and was like, hey man, dude just said I look like a bitch walking from behind. I asked him, did he say it? And he said, yeah. I said, we got to get one. I said, I don't want this shit to end up being racial. And they're like, no, man, we don't want you to get in trouble with you because they get weed from you. I said, shit, we finna get in a fight, man, period. He can't talk to me like that. We're fixing to get one. Either me and him can go outside the gym right here and fight, or either later on I'm going to get my knife and try to get him. You can't say that to me. You can't talk to me like that. Just a second, man. Y'all going to get one-on-one. So they go over there and talk to him, and dude, he ain't afraid. He ain't afraid. He's like, hell yeah, he jumps up. He's ready to fight. We went out there, and I had someone recently ask me, what was my prison fighting record? And I said, that all depends on who the judges are, how you judge that shit. Because this is one of those fights where if you went by who looked the worst, it was fucking me. He tagged me in the eye right here, split my brow good. Split my shit up. Had a big old swole up fucking eye. It was black. But I got him and choked him out. He was trying to tap, and I choked him out anyway. I was trying to act like I was crazy. I act like I wasn't going to let him go. Had my legs wrapped around him, squeezing the shit out of his fucking lungs with my legs and choking the shit out of him. I'm leaning back. He's trying to poke his fingers in my eyes, trying to grab my nuts, do all that, baby, because in a second you're going to be asleep. It's going to be time to get even. And he tried to tap, and I choked him out anyway. And then them black guys that were the ones that set it up riding with me started hollering, Ricky, let him go. I let him go. But who looked the worst was me. I never hit him. Never fucking hit him. But I choked him the fuck out. So that is usually where I would have mounted him, got up on top of him, headbutted him in the nose 3 times. That's what I started doing later. I would choke them out, headbutt them in the nose 3 times. They wake up, their nose is broke, both eyes are black. They don't know how you did it to them. They can't remember exactly what happened. And then they got fear of God in them. But all those black guys were around there. There's only a few whites. There was a few whites still over there for me. They weren't afraid, but there was only a few whites, and there was a bunch of blacks, man. But I had the blacks over there making sure it was one-on-one for me because they did business for me. These guys, they ran my tickets for me. They helped me sell my weed, to the other brothers. So these guys really had my back. So them motherfuckers are the reason I didn't get Rat Pack, because there was way more black guys than white guys. And if it would have been any other white guy, I probably would have got stomped out. The only reason I didn't get stomped out like that is because I play ball with those guys. And I get weed in, and I make deals with those guys. And when I had cigarettes, I made deals with those guys. Anybody else that didn't have that relationship would have been up a shit's creek without a paddle. And it probably would have ended up being a racial thing and locked down again if it would have been anybody but me. But just could not let a motherfucker tell me I look like a bitch from behind. But let me tell you, I got to thinking about it. The way them jeans fit me, and I went and cut my fucking hair off. I sure did. We cut my motherfucking ponytail off because of that shit. I sure did, man. I always said if it ever got me whooped, I'd cut it off. But when that shit happened, I was like, that's good enough. Cut this shit off. So I wouldn't cut my shit off, dude. I don't know, man. Maybe that was weak of me, but fuck it. I figured that shit. I mean, I want to go home some fucking day. I was always afraid, especially at the end, man, that I had this reputation. I got to this point where I had this reputation where everyone was like, if you do this, Ricky Dye's going to do this. Everyone expected me to stab someone, to beat someone up. And I was always afraid because other people have heart. At any time, someone can call your bluff and you got to do it. And I was so afraid I was going to run into the wrong fucking one, man, because I could have. I'll tell you, I've never been whipped one-on-one in a fight. I've never been knocked unconscious or said I give. I've looked the worst many times. And that time I looked the worst. And that fight didn't happen because of drugs. That fight didn't happen because of anything. I was just walking along minding my own fucking business and that shit happened. And so that can happen in prison. And it does happen all the time. And if you wasn't me, if you had just been any old white guy and that would have happened to you, you probably would have got stomped out. Unless you were a brother. And then they would have done their best to help you. And then they probably would have ended up getting hurt too with the numbers that there were. So that I got lucky to even get a one-on-one in that situation. But I did. And that's only a 13-minute video, but that's a pretty good story, I think. And I want to give a shout out to the riders and dyers. The riders should ride till the wheels fall off, and the dyers keep riding even when they do. I apologize for not putting this video up yesterday or the day before. The truth is, me and Monica just been doing our thing in the last few evenings. I had a choice to make a video or cuddle with Monica, and so I didn't make a video. Shit, I can't help that, baby. So I'll be making another video tomorrow, the next day, because I'm waiting on the mail to run to bring me some new shirts. So I have some new designs up tomorrow. I've made a deal. Shout out to Donna Goff. Shout out to Chris Ramache. They're going to, Ramache, I'm not sure how to say your name, bro, but he's making shirts. And then we're splitting the profit. And then she's making shirts. We're splitting the profit. So I'm supplying the shirts and they're supplying decorations. And we're going to split whatever we get. But we're not trying to get rich. So hopefully I'll have some nice t-shirts for long. I know that the ones I've got coming are much, much higher quality than the normal shirts you see. Most shirts you see, if people give away shirts, will say Gildan. Gildan is the name of the shirts. They're a lot cheaper shirts. Shirts I'm going to get, I told you guys I wanted the shirts to be nice and thick, man. I wanted it to be something nice that you would be proud of, not just a shirt you buy and throw over to the corner. And it's going to have nice positive messages on them. And so hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. So with that, I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you have any construction need, Ben Seaborn, Mid-America Construction. If you need any construction in the United States, period, anywhere of any kind, Google Mid-America Construction. If you need pest control in Oklahoma, DOA Pest Control. If you need some plumbing done down there around Idabel, straight flush plumbing, because you can't beat a straight flush. That's for John Doe. If you guys ain't hit his channel yet, hey, his description will be down there. His link will be down in the description. Hope to see you guys in the next one. May God bless and keep and protect each and every one of you until then. Peace out.